Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. In this video, we're going to look at some words that begin with the letters RE. We'll talk about regional, recently, receipt, requiem, and require. So many of these words were requested by you, the viewer, and often words that start with RE, it's hard to know what sounds we should be making in that first syllable with the letters RE. So there's a number of different things that those letters can say, and one of the main things to know is about whether or not the word is stressed on that syllable. So in a word like regional, the first syllable with the letters RE is stressed, and it has the clear vowel E. So we see that with the little lowercase I in the IPA. I've rewritten it here with the letters EE because we often spell that E vowel with two E's, like in see or need. Thinking about that, regional, that's kind of our default. When we see the E, we often want to say this E sound. But many times words that begin with the letters RE don't say re at the start. So knowing whether or not they do, it's helpful to know if it's stressed and also to be able to read the symbols in the dictionary. Going on with regional, the letter G says the J sound, which we often also spell with letter J. So I've written it here with a J for you. And then regional, there is a little bit of an sound between the J and the N, but it's almost like there's no vowel there. Region. We're going to be really short with that schwa. So going as quickly as you can from the J to the N. Region, regional. And then same thing with this A, it's also a schwa, but we don't have much vowel here either. So regional, no, we're going to go quickly from the N to the L sound as well. Almost no vowel there. So that's part of what makes this word challenging, is that we have the J, null together. Practicing just that part of the word, regional, may help you to get the stress pattern and those sounds. Recently is another example of first syllable stress where the letter E does say the E sound, and then letter C says S. I've written it here recently with no vowel sound between the S and the N, again because we move very quickly there. Recently, I'm almost making no vowel. I wrote it here with the word cent. I think it's also, if there's any vowel there, it's going to be an I or a schwa, a reduced vowel, so not a clear recently. You can get away with recently. You can hear if I go slowly, they all sound a little odd, because typically there in recent and recently, I'm not going to have much vowel. It's going to again be a reduced vowel in that second syllable. And then my letter Y is that tense E sound again. So I begin and end with an E in recently. By contrast, in a word like receipt, even though it starts with the same letters as recently, the seat syllable is stressed, and so my first syllable has vowel I, the reduced I vowel. So if I'm trying to say receipt, the best way to say it, of course, is with this I sound, but for many people, thinking of it as a schwa, like a receipt, is going to help you get that reduced vowel there. So it doesn't matter too much if I do a R or a R. What I want is that seat has a clear vowel and is stressed, and then my first syllable, receipt, is very short and reduced. To practice that, start with seat and then add your R syllable. Seat, receipt. That's the same thing that we'll see here with require, but first let's go to requiem. So here's another example of a word where we have the stress on the first syllable, letters RE, requiem. But instead of being an E sound, now letters RE are going to have our red tent vowel. So like in the word red, requiem starts with that sound. Then we have our Q, U is a qu and a w sound. And then requiem, we can either say this E as an M, or some people will also say it as a schwa, requiem or requiem. Of course, this is the American pronunciation of this word. It's going to be different in Latin or in other languages as well. So note that. So we have another alternative. If The RE is stressed, and in the stressed syllable, it's likely going to be a re, like in regional or recent, or a re, like in requiem or record, for example. Then here we have require. So I've talked about require in another video, but again, as an example, even though I have very similar spelling to requiem, the choir syllable is stressed here, and so I'm back to my ri unstressed first syllable. So just like with receipt, I have require. Practice your choir syllable and then add your first unstressed syllable. Choir, require. Again, I can use an I, or I can use a schwa, an sound, require, require. Doesn't matter too much which one I'm using, as long as I have a reduced vowel there. So a lot of words today to cover, but I wanted to give you a kind of thorough look at the letters RE. Of course, we have many other words that begin with RE, and you can see some of those here in this Word of the Day playlist. If you have a specific request for a word you'd like to hear me cover in the Word of the Day, do feel free to leave that in the comments for this video or any of my videos. I'll add it to my list to cover in a future class. You can also attend our live question and answer classes each week on Friday at 12 o'clock Seattle time. I take your questions and we talk about words, pronunciation, sounds, lots of different topics to help you improve your American accent and your pronunciation in American English. You can check out our free and inexpensive online courses on speechmodification.com. All of our courses there are available for under $2, so you can help build a strong foundation for pronouncing anything you like in American English. Check it out on speechmodification.com. Thanks so much to those of you who have subscribed to the channel, and especially thank you to my channel members. I really appreciate your support. Looking forward to seeing you in the next class. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. speechmodification.com. Bye everyone. Hope to see you again soon.